check and make sure I got everything good. I need to move my mail. Where is my live dashboard? What's up? What's up? Just trying to get everything together, trying to pull the comments up real quick. Live streaming. Hopefully you all having a wonderful day. Once I get the comments rolling, I will be good to go. Hopefully my computer don't mess up. I don't have no space on this computer, so I hope that don't mess up the stream. Later on tonight, I'm gonna be on my other channel, on my gaming channel, DDS and Gaming. Gonna be up there playing probably some Fortnite. What time is it where I'm at? It is 11:33. Alright, yep, got the audio good. Everything is good. Good morning, what's up, man? Hope all is well with you. Trying to get the comments up, and then I am good. I didn't know I could play an ad on here. I just want to see what happens if I hit play ad, but I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know if it's going to play like an advertisement for a video. Like, it's going to be an advertisement for something else, or if it's something, I don't know what it is, but I kind of want to test it out just to see what happens. I'm going to test it out. I don't want y'all to get mad at me. I just want to see what happens, because I've never saw that button before. I'm about to hit it and see what happens. Playing ad based on complex can see some of your viewers will see an ad, keep on streaming. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. I might have saw it and just didn't pay attention to it, honestly, but I don't know. It says it's playing an ad. That's actually pretty cool. So if something happened, like I need to change my battery or something, I could play an ad. And it's like, I don't know if everybody sees it, because it says only some people will see it. But I think that's pretty cool that they had that feature. Alright, let me go ahead and get started. I thought I had the comments up. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Put that there like that. Hopefully you all having a good Saturday so far. See what, I don't know what I'm about to make. I just was like, I'm going to do a beat making live stream. Get back into these. I'm using the new Native Instruments interface, the complete audio too. Right here is so small you probably can't even see it, but it's up there. This is Doom. That's exactly what it is. I've been having a lot of fun with Doom. This is like the first Apple Watch that came out, so I don't. I guess it's the Series One, maybe. Actually, I don't know. Let me look at it real quick. Yeah, it just says Apple Watch. The reason why I said I don't know is because I had the first Apple Watches that came out, and then last year or the year before that, it stopped working. So I took it back, and they gave me another one, but I think they gave me the exact same watch that I had, like the same series, not a newer one. Is the complete collector's edition worth upgrading, in your opinion? I think so, because you get all those machine kits that come with it. Well, not machine kits, the Native Instruments expansions, and the instruments that come with it are pretty dope. And then, as you know, like Massive X is supposed to be coming out, and a few other things. So I think so. Trying to find the spots I want to go to. What's your plans for today? Thank y'all for watching, for Shanta. I appreciate y'all. That's my girlfriend and my son. Let me know if they watching my stream. And it's our anniversary today, so we going out to eat in a little while. My beat is mixed before I turn on to Logic, none of it, unless it's something that's just super loud and I decided to turn it down, but even then, it doesn't stay like that when I export it. find something I like. Have I tried for other types of placements like movies, video games, etc.? I've had the beat that was in a commercial once. Other than that, I gotta know people and study how to get that stuff in there, honestly. But that's something I do want to get into. opinion. I can hear a dope breakdown and then the beat comes back in. I do all the breakdowns and stuff partially in arranging, but then like if I do like take any of the beat out after like past the arrangement, it's all done in Logic when I mix. What I do in here is pretty much just make the beat, get the idea out, and like I said, when I mix, I might add some effects to it and stuff like that, but I don't really do that in this process of it. Sounds like a Windows 8 commercial. I don't know, I always sound like a Windows 8 commercial, but I haven't seen a Windows 8 commercial, so maybe you do. Why not mix a Maschine? Because when I first got Maschine, I didn't like how they didn't have like an actual mixer that you could see. It was only twisting knobs. So I started using Logic, and then I got used to Logic, and I mix in Logic like that. For me to mix a Maschine, I had to get used to where the levels and all that stuff are. Just simple stuff like that. Good job, DDS. Add a simply assign. I don't know why I said that. I thought about that, but sometimes that'll be overcrowding it, and like to me, it already sounds crowded as it is. Like I was tempted to stop making the beat, but I left it how it was. But I feel like this is that. Like this is a sign, like a lead in there that would be good. Not a sign lead, but I don't know what I was saying. It's just a lead that sounds good in there. But I'm about to try to arrange this real quick. And I'll be back to the comments. I messed up. Let's see if this sounds. When I get a different space, I'm gonna have all my stuff set up at one time, except for my mobile stuff. But like the tractors over there, I got the H25 over there, the Maschine Micro over there, I got the Complete Control M32 right there. Like in my new setup, I'm gonna have everything just set up, just sitting. Except for my, like I said, except for my portable stuff, I want that stuff to be ready to go if I need it like that. I got the other Complete Control over there. I got the H25 right there. Yeah, but I'm grateful. Let me see, is it possible you can mix the same way in Maschine how you doing Logic? Yeah, that's what I did in my Maschine course. I actually mixed the beat in Logic, so that way I could not mix the beat in Maschine just so I could show people how to do it, but I already know how I want stuff in Logic based off of how Logic is set up. I have a template, so I drop everything in my template, and then I just like change everything based off of the instruments I use, the drums I use, all that stuff. I make my adjustments, but my main sounds, like my main settings to get the sound that I'm looking for, are already there, so I don't have to go pick them. In Maschine, I can make a template to do it, but it's like I just like the Logic quality, and then on top of that, it's the fact that Logic lets you export MP3s and waves, as to where right now Maschine only lets you do wave files, but I like to do MP3s because sometimes if I'm emailing somebody a beat, I'm not going to want to send them the wave files. That's not, I'm going to have to attach it a different way. So I'd rather just send them the MP3s and stuff like that. So that's one of the benefits of it. But like I said, I've been using it for forever. How you doing, Cecilia? Thank you for tuning in. What's up, JDay25? Appreciate you tuning in. Like that lately. I feel like it's more dramatic to end them on a note like that. I'm doing that a lot lately. I don't even know what to call this. I'm gonna call it Just Another Day for some reason. I don't know, that just popped in my head, so that's what I'm gonna name it. I need to come out with a project, and I'm gonna put on streaming services here soon. Go ahead and export this. Hopefully I didn't use his name already. When I made so many beats, it's like I'll be reusing names over and over. Let me see. Oh shoot. I thought it wasn't gonna be able to find my hard drive. I was gonna be upset. This is my 29th beat of the month. I need to step it up some. If I'm at 29, I need to get to 40. You can't range past the Maschine. That's something that takes a while to do. What's up, JR Young? It takes a while to do. It's like I use Maschine on pretty much everyday basis, so it's easy for me. I have videos explaining it that might help, but once you do it more, you'll know how to stay consistent with it. I can't stop using FL, but the MK3 is so nice to work with. My workflow with FL is so fast, it's hard to switch. Yeah, that's kind of like I am with Maschine now. Like, people want me to try Ableton and other stuff, and I'm like, I just can't. Like, I have FL Studio on my computer, and I messed around with it one day, and I was like, I just can't get back into this. I just can't do it. But that's what I was going to ask. How do you transfer DAW from one computer to the next? Because I'm having trouble. If you're talking about Maschine, excuse me. If you're talking about Maschine, you just have to go into Native Access on your other computer. You should be able to download all your stuff that's not installed on the computer. I believe that's what you're asking me. I could be wrong, but I believe I'm about to make a beat using Nexus. Oh man. Then that's something you just got to practice. Find the way that works for you, the best way for you to arrange it. And it's just something that comes with time, because I used to not like it either, but now I love it. I can't see myself arranging other ways, just pushing buttons. Sometimes I'm doing it up here, or I use this. Like, I've been using this like crazy now. It was just sitting for a while, and I've been using it like crazy. To make a beat using Nexus, people still sleep on Nexus, or people think that it's too old to use. I'm about to use it right now. Add the Z808. Add the 808 to it. Are you watching this live? Because I ain't doing nothing right now. If Logic came out with hardware, I might make the transition. I don't think so. I really don't. It's like this. I've been using this for 5 years, I mean, sometimes change is cool, but I think somehow I would still be using this because like these work too well together for me to make a switch. Like this control, all of these control each other and they control the program. It's not like sometimes you might have a keyboard that'll work with this DAW, but then your machine may not work with this DAW or other stuff. But this stuff is pretty cool with Logic though. Like I can mix in Logic using these knobs up here, and they show the faders, and I just turn them to where I want them and all that stuff. So it works like that. Do you ever go through periods where you feel like everything you make sound like shit? Yes. I mean, I do that. That happens more often than not. Like, honestly, I'm not going to say everything I make, but it's like I might make, one day I might sit down and make 5 beats, and then I'll be like, dang, I only like 2 of these. The rest of them are just like, okay, but I've learned to still save stuff because the stuff that I really don't like, other people will like. So I still play it. Probably won't send it out. But if I'm there and somebody likes it, because it'll be the one thing that I don't like that somebody else love. I've had a few beats like that. What's up? I am Run the Track. I appreciate you checking in. But yeah, that's something that happens. That's normal. You always judging yourself. You're your hardest critic. You might make something that you think is absolutely horrible, but people will love it. So that's how it go. I need to do my Nexus video. You need native access to even install your Maschine hardware, if that's what you're talking about. I think you make beats using Maschine. Pull up exhale. I don't know. I just want to mess around with Nexus for a while, but I do have exhale. I don't really use it much anymore. This piano been used so many times. Got my sustain pedal. I swear, if you don't have a sustain pedal, you should get one. It makes all the difference in the world. Like if you can't shake it, you gotta go do something else. Like just step away from the music for a while. There's some times where I get so busy with other stuff that I may not make music for a few days. But when I come back, I'm on a whole nother level. Like I'm just ready to work on stuff. Yeah, I love Keyscape. I just wanted to make a beat with Nexus. But Nexus is amazing. I'm waiting for the comment to ask me how come I'm not using my complete control for the keys right now. I used to do it. Still do it sometimes, but I just enjoy this stuff. It's like random. Make a club record. The Gentleman is nice too. What type of club record? That's a vague statement. I got all of that with Nexus. I got the got some stock stuff. I got stuff that I put together in here, and then I have the ones that you buy, the expansions. The thing I love about Nexus is the pads that they have. Now I haven't used kinetic metal. I have it, but I've never really used it like that. No, I don't have the full suite. Nah. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm up here reading this. Try Me wasn't a club beat. Try Me wasn't a club beat at all, and that was all with Nexus Sounds. I'm just reading this email. Something about Captain Marvel. Like, I think they told me that tickets are on sale for Captain Marvel if you're a part of the movie club. And I don't think that I don't know. I'm not excited about that movie. Honestly, I'm still gonna see it because I want to see how she gonna help with Endgame, but I'm not really too excited about it personally. One of the expansions I've been eyeing is the Motor City Impact, since it's based on Detroit. Yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely a good expansion. But Nexus needs to get. They need to come out with a few things. I'm gonna talk about this in my video. They need to get rid of this dongle that you had to have to use it, and then they need to come out with an upgrade. And they should have like upgrade pricing for everything. Cause I buy a lot of their expansions. I just don't have the whole thing because I'm like working on other stuff. But Try Me was based right off of Nexus. Like I think every sound comes stock with Nexus. So it's like I could show you real quick. The pad was in their Epic Pads folder. I just gotta remember which one it was. I only know it when I see it. Here it is right here. What's better than Omnisphere 2.5? I don't use Omnisphere like that. I have it. I don't be on it too much. Shit like that. But yeah, this is a sound that was the Try Me sound. I could remake a beat using the same sounds that I use in Try Me. That T Grizzly type beat you made is dope. Somebody said, "Why don't I work with T Grizzly?" I just haven't met T Grizzly. That's the thing with that. I know some people that work with him and all of that, but I personally haven't met him. Check out the updates for their nice software. Complete control for use with non-hardware. I don't know about the update for that. You can use your MIDI controllers and stuff inside a machine. No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be Native Instruments. I used to use my Akai keyboard with Maschine. To control the knobs. Yeah, I don't know. I had to look into it because I really don't know personally, but I had to look into it, and then I'll be able to let you know. once I figure it out. Because I'm not sure about that personally. One thing I will say about Omnisphere though, I love how you can mix and mesh the different sounds together and layer your own sounds. That's one of the things I like to do with it, but it's just, it has so much stuff that I end up just getting lost and then being like, whatever. Is scale highlighting feature the same in MK3 and versus the studio? Are you saying are you saying like when you go to events and you highlight what's going on? Because if that's what you're talking about, yes. Make a guitar beat. What's a guitar beat? I've done that before. From Indonesia. Yes, I'm running my machine off of a Mac Mini. I forgot what I did. Yeah, people be asking me like I'm tech support. And like I don't like talking about people, but that's one thing that kills me is when people ask me questions like I'm tech support. They be like, "Yeah, I'm running Windows, and I'm trying to install, but it's not picking up this, and it's saying that there's some type of error. What is it that I should do to fix this error? Because I keep getting this error over and over and over and over." And I'll be looking at the email like I'm not technical support. Like I can tell you some stuff, but some of these questions I don't be knowing the answers to. Yeah, that's LA Customs. What's the best VST to buy nowadays that's somewhat inexpensive? Probably Dune. Dune, it was the thing I used on the last beat, and I think it's only $150. I think. Use the brush tool in Logic. It's the same as Ghost Notes, but better. I have to check that out. Let me see. I'm upset my sustain pedal didn't show up, so let me put it on here. Then I take this. What's up? I forgot I have Expand. I've never used it. I bought it for like $1 and I've never used it. It's crazy. That's why I stopped doing live streams before, like last year or whenever it was when I stopped doing it. 'Cause I used to do live streams every day, and I stopped because I'd be more focused on the question and making the beat. But I really don't care today because, well, for one, I got to leave and like probably I got to get off of here in probably about 30 minutes. But I do this mainly so I can interact with people. I didn't do the thing where I was listening to people beats because I wanted to listen to actual when I listen to people beats, I didn't want to do that because I wanted to interact with people today. I didn't feel like really listening to beats. And then I only had a limited amount of time. And I'm like, I just mess around with some beats while I talk to y'all. Really, that's what it's really all about. I'm not trying to just be like, oh, I know how to make beats. It's like, whatever. The name of the bass is Bat Attack. somebody would ask me that. It really depends. I like them both. Like I'm weird. I'll explain it like this. This right here I've been using for my drums. I don't use this for my drums. I've been using this for my drums. Using this for my keys. But then there was a time where I would use this for my keys and use this for my drums because up here it's like working different. Like, let me go to my drum pattern real quick. This is my drum pattern. So I can sit here and just saying like I mess around with that. But I can do that same thing right here. It's like, it's really just switching it up. Sometimes I prefer to play my keys up here. Sometimes I prefer to play them over here. It might be a time where I want to play them over here. It's really just having the option and playing around with different stuff. So that way I'm not just stuck on it, you know? Do you find the workflow easier in Maschine than FL? I do, because it's everything just flows together. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just everything is everything. Like, everything is just right here. And I prefer doing stuff like this than clicking like I used to. But I know I can still record the stuff in FL. But it's like, I just prefer this, honestly. I don't know the song Pressure by Shoreline Mafia. I had to check it out. But I'm not sure. I had to hear it to see. Doing it on the pads, I know I keep stopping, is because me, the piano I just played, my hands have to be like literally all over. But right here, I'm up here messing around like that, and this stuff hitting too hard. I mean, I'll fix it in a second. I'm gonna look it up after I finish this. Say this, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. And this how I really be doing stuff. Like, I be like, all right, I don't like that, but I like the drums and the bass combination that I had there. So I'm gonna delete everything except for that, and just see what I come up with. I just like good at times. Let me look that up real quick. I don't want to get flagged, but I'm gonna try and look it up real quick. What's it called? Pressure Shoreline Mafia. Oh, like I said, hopefully I don't get flagged, so we're gonna see what happens. Turn it down, son. Oh, you know, I could actually mute the stream. I'm about to mute the stream real quick, and I'm gonna listen to this. If I can mute it. It's on 8D, so let me remember. All right, so I got everything back to where it was. In my opinion, that's a combination of a bass that's similar to this. It was just short. It wasn't being held. I was just like. Then they went behind it with a bass like one of my favorite basses actually. I don't even know if I should tell y'all about this bass because a lot of people think this is an 808. It's not an 808 because a lot of people don't take the time to actually turn the octave down. But it basically just sounded like it was a synth bass. This is a Boss bass out of Massive. Another one is Bat Attack, but you had to have, I forgot which expansion Bat Attack came from. But Bat Attack is another one, but it's like in Purity. I don't know if y'all have Purity, but it's that. Pull the comments back up. I don't know what happened to them. But were you talking about samples? I feel like sampling, but every time I sample, I don't get flagged. Talking about that is where your polyphony is. Your polyphony is what stops your stuff from, like, I don't have an 808. Let me just start a new beat and just a blank canvas. Your polyphony, like if you have your 808 at, if your polyphony is at 8 and you have an 808, it's gonna keep repeating like this right here. It'll cut off at 8, but if I put it to 1, it'll only stop after, each one will cut the other one off, basically. Other than that, your engine is, let me cancel this before I close it. Your engine, I don't really mess with that. But let me see what happens if I do mess with it. It just changes the audio quality. I'm not sure the technical reason behind it, so that's something that, I don't know, I have to look into that though. I've never used that. And you asked about the engine specifically. I've never used it, so I'm about to mess around with it since you said that, just to see what it does before I get out of here. So, put this 808 on here. See, I like my 808s in legato so they can glide. Let me see. Speed it up some, actually. Let's make it like this. That's giving it some type of static in the back of it. It's like different filters, not filters, but different effects on it. Making a drum pattern is easy. I mean, to me, it's based off of what you like or what's going on. Like right now, I have an 808 going. I never start with my 808, but it's like if I wanted to make a drum pattern to this, I would just go like, let me see. too fast. Messed up at the end, but oh well. How do you get the drum pattern on the keyboard where it don't stay on one pattern? You mean one sound? Like how I was messing around with it like this? Like, I guess I should move it over so y'all can see more. Like exactly like this is my kick. That's my snare. It's hard playing it over there like that. I'm used to doing it like. That's where you gotta put it in keyboard. You gotta hit the key mode on the keyboard and you'll have that feature. Or you'll be able to do that function, I should say. See something real quick. Been on live. I'll stay on for another 5 minutes before I get off, so that'll make it an hour stream. Again, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now, that tuned in today on this Saturday. It's rare for me to do a Saturday stream. I don't think I've done a Saturday stream in a long time. But hopefully I answered your question about the keyboard. I need some new stuff to sample. I'm not gonna sample nothing. I don't want to get flagged on the live today. That kind of throws stuff off. Go through some of these sounds I bought for Omnisphere, see if I can come up with something. And then the thing is too, excuse me, to get back on the topic we were talking about earlier, yeah, to do that with the keyboard, you open up your drum group and then you hit the key mode and then it'll be all spread out. Sample royalty free. I don't like royalty free samples though, and sometimes the royalty free samples do still get flagged because other people use them in their beats and upload them, and then you end up getting flagged because of that. But what was I gonna say? Shoot, I don't remember what I was saying. I said I was gonna open up Omnisphere, which I'm doing, going through some sounds, which is what I'm about to do. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, that's what I was saying about earlier, where if you don't be in the mood to make a beat, or if you feel like everything you're making is not up to what you want it to be, then I would just walk away from it. Like, I'm about to stop making beats in a few minutes. I have beats that I need to mix, so I'm still gonna be doing something, but I ain't really about to be pushing myself, like making myself make anything. I EQ my beats. I do all that stuff when I'm really done making the beat. Like, I don't care if the beat's clipping while I'm making it. I don't care about any of that stuff until I'm in mixing. I hate that. I recommend you get the complete ultimate if you can afford it, because you get more. So, or even if you can afford the collector's edition, you get so much more from just getting that. But you know, it's all based on your budget, really. Cause I'm always gonna say get more, cause the more you get, the less you have to get later. So you know, pan, compress, adjust velocity. I adjust velocities because that affects the bounce, and then if I don't adjust the velocities to where I want it, then I end up everything will be stuck on the wave file. But I don't consider that to be mixing. But compress, I barely compress. Period. Like I don't really compress anything, to be honest with you. I have one compressor on my output channel, but other than that, I don't do none of that. I just really just pan and level pan. I have an EQ on my output channel, but that's really it. I don't I don't really do much more than that. Unless it's a sound where it's like the low end is clashing with my bass, then I'll go take the bass out, or like same thing with the highs. If they're fighting for frequency, I'll cut one of the high frequencies off of a sound. But other than that, I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. I've heard of it, but I forgot what it is, to be real with you. See, I'm telling you, when I don't be feeling stuff, I just start deleting stuff. Like, don't ever overthink or force yourself to do something. Lower. Yeah, that EQ and FL was pretty cool, but they have one like that in Logic, in my opinion. Like the EQ I use in Logic, I love it to death. It's crazy how that works. So I messed it up. I should make MIDI kits maybe one day. What's up? Yeah, how I started. So y'all think I should make MIDI kits? I don't know. Maybe I'll make one day. I thought about making a sample pack, but I delete so much stuff like just by starting stuff. Like I actually like this, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. But like that last thing, it was cool, but it's like after I hear it so many times, it's like, yep, I'm done with that. No, that's true. Yeah, the micro is dope. Man, Guitar Rig got some crazy effects to add to stuff. See, like in situations like this, I'm gonna turn this pad down because it's so loud over the other thing. Both of them have like high frequencies, but I'm not gonna cut the frequencies until I get into Logic and figure out which one I want to take some off of. Because when the other one was up higher, it was fighting for the high end with this. But actually, I'm gonna turn it back up and turn the other thing down some. Is what I'm going to do. So that way it's behind it or under it. Adjust the velocities. I'm adjusting the velocities of my hi-hats right now so that way they're not hitting at the same point. Create some type of bounce with it. I don't know if I haven't heard of it, but I haven't tried it. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'll screenshot it so I remember. that beat. See, I was just so focused on trying to get that, and that's only two sounds my drums, and that's it. My transition. That's it. Let me see. Let me see. A lot of your work gives me the 80s synth pop vibe. Did that have any influence on you? I do like the sound back then, but I wasn't born back then. But I do enjoy the sounds, and I like the synths and stuff. Like, you know, and plus, like, I like a lot of movies and stuff, and they use a lot of that stuff in movies, so that can have a lot to do with it. Mono producer have a lot of VSTs that'll give Omnisphere a Omnisphere and Nexus a run for their money. I'm gonna have to check that out. There's so many VSTs out there. It's wild. Layer works for me. To get your kicks to hit harder, you have to I don't know, like, I don't really do anything. I just level my stuff. So, like, I look at it like it's a painting or something, like it's a picture. And, like, if I want something, I want my kick to be in the foreground. So how do I make my kick in the foreground? It has to stand out, be above everything else, in the sense of, if I'm looking at it like this, a picture, a 3D picture, for whatever to hit me the hardest needs to be right here. So how do I put my kick right here? I make it stand on top of everything else. So my kick is here, then it's like the rest of my drums are in here somewhere, and then the other instruments are here, and then from there I make it go, now where do I want it to go in this world? Like, I take everything and mash it around to where I want it. So if I want my piano over here, I go over there, pan it over there, and I want my strings or pad over here, and then I want the kick to be right up the middle, then I want this. Sometimes I put my snare over here and this over here, and it's just you know, my hi-hats bounce back and forth. That's how I look at mixing. That's why I haven't done a mixing video, because I don't do any of the technical stuff when it comes to mixing. I just look at the stuff, like I said, like it's a picture or something, and I'm painting it all together. Maschine jam. And that's it. Everybody, if you want to tune in to another live stream later, I will be doing my DDS Gaming live stream on my DDS Gaming channel. I decided I'm not going to mix my gaming with the music stuff because the gaming audience is completely different from the music audience. As to, I'm not going to say completely different, but that's a whole different demographic. And you know, like I was mixing up doing the movie reviews on here. I will still do movie reviews on here because I feel like that's something that anybody can relate to. So it's not specific as gaming, you know. So that's coming up. Dropped a podcast yesterday, so if y'all haven't watched that yet, please take the time to check that out. But yeah, other than that, y'all, I'm about to get ready to go on this hot date I got with my girlfriend. You know, she's still watching this. I love you. See you soon. And you say you got a quick question. Better be quick, 'cause my computer is right now about to die. You know how these apps are 5%. They gotta go. My favorite DAW. If you're just talking about making beats, my favorite program to make beats with is Maschine. But my favorite DAW when it comes to recording, what am I trying to say? Like got me saying, call myself Call of Duty. Recording, mixing my beats and stuff, Logic. I do record my podcast through Logic. I have recorded myself rapping through Logic. I just never put that stuff out. Yeah, so I had to go with Logic. I like Logic. Logic is pretty dope. Do you play Call of Duty games? I used to play Call of Duty. I don't play Madden like that, but I really only be playing Fortnite. So that's why I'll be streaming until the new division comes out. Plus, the new season of Fortnite is about to start. So I'm going to be heavy on that this week. So I'm going to be on the grind. I'm going to be working with this stuff. And then I'm definitely going to be on the game and stuff. So it's going to be a grind, but it's all going to pay off at the end of the day. So I appreciate y'all. Hope you all have a wonderful day. My computer is about to shut off. So let me go ahead and cut the stream. Because I wonder what happens if I'm doing this and the stream dies. But I mean, then the computer dies with the stream keep going. But I appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all have a wonderful day. I'm out.